After my failure to deliver the catfish to Demetrius, I wanted to just move on. I decided that exploring the town and really settling in should be my top priority. As soon as I exited my house, I noticed I received a note from the Hat Mouse asking for coines. I watered my crops and headed off to visit this Hat Mouse. I finally found him sitting in a worn-down house by the lake. He lived up to his name by selling one singular hat that is far outside my price range. I bid him good day and made my way into town. By looking at my quests, I realized that I had forgotten to introduce myself to 3 people that lived in this town. Hours ticked by as I wandered around town, but I couldn't find any of the people I was missing. I was just about to give up hope when, at last, I had finally met one of them, and they seemed so nice too. I was so happy to pain. I did meet another one of the townsfolk I was missing, but I was in too much despair to care. After that, I just decided to go back to my farm and wallow away my sadness into the soil. That is so unbelievably corny. I can't believe I wrote that. The next day was a joyous day, as my parsnips had finally grown. After harvesting my parsnips, I decided to do some work around the yard before heading into town. Once in town, Mayor Lewis wanted to show me the inside of the old community center. Sure, it was old and dusty, but there wasn't anything of concern. While I was startled, I didn't think much of it. It was probably just a rat. So I checked out this weird glowy thing on the floor and made my way out. Later, I had heard from some JojaMart executive that the local cave had been opened, and I couldn't help myself but explore. This man, Marlin, warned me of the dangers of the cave, but the mines were calling, and no matter the warnings, I was ready for adventure. I was not ready for adventure. The mines were scary. I waddled down there in the darkness for hours on end before I used the first elevator I found to escape to the surface. While I just wanted to walk back to my farm and revel in my own cowardliness, I heard a commotion from the local bar. Almost everyone in town was there. It was such a nice surprise. Except Haley was missing, which I was kinda happy about, not gonna lie. At the end of the night, I made my way home, saw an opossum, and slept soundly. Overnight, I not only leveled up, but I made over 1,000 coines from selling my parsnips. Things were going well. That night, I had a dream. Or a nightmare. In this dream, I run into Haley in the town square. I decide to give her a gift, and it seems like she likes it. I'm so excited that she's finally on my side after criticizing my clothes. And then, when I try to talk to her again, it's the same. The next morning, oh lord. Clint just wanted to talk to me about smelting ores, but he nearly gave me a heart attack. Anyways, while sifting through my mail, I saw a letter from a strange wizard, so I knew I had to check this out. I tended to my crops and rushed over there. I found his tower, but I had no idea what to expect. Inside, the wizard wanted to show me the creature I could have sworn I saw at the community center. He explained that in order to understand these little creatures and the note that they left, I would need to take his potion that included ingredients of the forest. Hesitantly, I took a drink. After my near-death experience, I not only smelled like pine needles, but I also had an urge to go explore the community center. When I got there, I realized I could completely decipher the little golden note. Within the note, there were various bundles that I could deposit items into, like forageables and construction materials. As luck would have it, throughout my travels back and forth around the valley, I had already found all the materials I needed for the spring foraging bundle. After completing the bundle, I not only got some spring seeds, but I also unlocked even more bundles. I felt like the logical next step was to go for the spring crops bundle, as I had already planted some more parsnips and I had plenty of money to buy new crops. Before doing that, I did want to check out Clint's shop. I had accepted a quest from him to bring him 6 copper ore. I didn't want to disappoint, and I disappointed him. You see, I had to collect 6 brand new pieces of copper ore and present them to him, instead of gifting him a single old copper ore. So I made sure this trip wasn't a big waste of time, and I processed a geode. Yay. Although it was cool getting to donate it to the museum next door, that was about all I got from this. From there, I went to Pierre's shop and bought up some of the crops I would need for the spring crops bundle. After buying these, I wasted no time in planting them around my farm. Although I did spend all my money, I'll just make it back through selling crops, right? As the sun was setting, curiosity got the best of me, and I ventured back towards the cave. Along the way, I bumped into Abigail, who was just vibing playing the flute. I was low on energy, but for some reason, I wanted to explore more. Yeah, my exploration didn't really last long, because my exhaustion was getting to the point where I was about to die, so I just walked back to my farm. But in these past few days, I've grown so much, both as a villager and a farmer. I sold my first crops, explored a dangerous cave, unlocked the community center, disappointed a good-hearted blacksmith, got insulted, got scared of a little green dude. Well, there's always next time.